Hello and welcome to beautiful Antigonish on one of those weird days where it might actually be warmer inside the rink than outside, as it's a brisk -20 here. Welcome into the Antigonish Arena. Happy New Year, as the Nova's first home game of 2026 is about to get underway today. Their rivals just down the 104, the Bombers, led as always by John Sim, come in. A lot on the line today during this game. Both teams tied at 39 points. One game into the second half of the season. It's simple. One team's going to come out of this weekend 2-0. The other team won't. Whoever wins today, sole possession of second place, just trailing the Gulls in the standings. The other team will take third place. Both teams look ready to come out onto the ice. Zamboni just getting off. Thank you for joining me today, this morning, for what should be a great game of the Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League presented by High Button Sports. My name's Ryan McDonald, and we're just about ready for the anthems and starting lineup. We will be back in just a moment with the anthem and then puck drop.
Everyone, and welcome to the Antigonish Arena for this U15 Major Hockey League between the visiting WearWell Bombers and your home team, the Novas. The starting lineups are as follows for these teams. For the WearWell Bombers, goaltender number 35, Sean Gillis. On net, number 6, Connor Grace. Defenseman number 26, Miles McDaniel. Forward number 8, Clayton McIntosh. Forward number 7, Lane Miller. And centerman number 11, Cohen Little. And your starting lineup for your home team, the Novas, is as follows between the pipes to get her started. Goaltender number 1, Dylan Maurer. Defenseman number 8, Alex McDonald. On net, number 9, Oliver McMullen. Forward number 7, Brandon Austin. Forward number 12, Lincoln McDonald. Centerman number 22, Rylan Peoples. Officials for this morning's game, referees are Cameron Bell and Robert Kavanaugh. On the lines are Jacob Stewart and Nate Gillis. At this time, I invite everyone to please rise, remove your caps and hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back, as we're just about ready for puck drop here in Antigonish. In goal for the Novas, It's number 1. It's Dylan Mumbercat. And over for the Bombers, it's 35, Sean Gillis. Those two will be in the pipes for us this morning as the referees shake the coach's hands. Players taking a lap. Tags being put on the net and noise being made. These two teams are ready. Are you ready for some hockey? Center skate through the face-off dot. It'll be Peoples and Little. Puck's dropped, one back by the Bombers. Grace has it. Connor Grace, his outlet pass tipped up a couple times, and it'll go into the corner. Bombers have it, makes a move. Peoples will steal the puck. Peoples coming on his own net. He chips it off the boards past Grace, and that'll get out to the Bomber zone. Picked up just in front of the net there. And Little has it. Little coming down the ice into Nova's territory. Little shot. Glove saved by Mumbercat, and he'll hold on to it for the first whistle of the game. Novas. It's after Christmas. Novas wearing their whites as their new home jerseys for the second half. Haven't got to see those yet this year here. And the Bombers wearing their black, gray, and white. Two teams very similar. Well, the same color scheme as the puck's won back by the Novas, and the stick is lost by the Bombers. Puck's chipped up, and Mattel will pick it up. That'll be fired up. Brian McDonald will stop that one. He fires up to Crawford. Crawford gets it up to Asher Sampson. It just gets past him. It's a foot race, and that'll be blown down for icing. And that will go all the way back down to the Nova zone. Puck's dropped, one again by the Novas. McDonald in his own corner. He'll pick up the puck. He tries to get it up to Sampson. Eventually gets there. Sampson has the puck knocked away from him, and that'll be a hand pass. And so another draw right outside the Nova zone here. As we're not even a minute into this battle of the 104. Large crowd here today for the Bombers, as it's just a 20-30 minute drive from Pictou, or New Glasgow. McIsaac will knock that into the zone. It's taken away from him. Battle for it alongside the boards. McDonald in for the Bombers. Puck's in the... He's a big hit there, but the Bombers will take it the other way. Shift up to Reed. He's in a battle for it. Reed falls down. Nova's trying to get the puck out. Another big hit. Puck's thrown up for McIsaac. McIsaac. Grace on him. Grace forcing him outside. Grace pushes him into the corner, and the puck's taken away. Puck's working alongside the boards. Purcell will get it outside, and he tosses it in and proceeds to get laid out in open ice. Grace will have it in his own corner. Big outlet pass. There was too many men there, so they couldn't play the puck in the middle of the change. So that will be an icing back down into the Bomber zone, as the change wasn't finished there, so the new players on the ice couldn't touch the puck or risk getting a penalty. So icing it is. Puck drop, this time won by the Bombers. Goes around into the corner, chipped up and out. McMullen there saves it, knocks it right back in. Grace taking it on his own net. His pass intercepted by Austin. Austin working into the corner, looking out front. Pass deflected, to be chipped out, up and over off the glass. McDonald will pick it up. McDonald fires it up to Gillis. Gillis knocks it down for Austin. Austin working in. He shoots and hits little shin pad. Bounces away. Another shot, and that hits a stick and just deflects up in front of the net. Reverses it back to Duggan behind the net. His pass intercepted. Bombers looking to go the other way. Little with it. He's knocked off the puck but regains possession. His shot Hits the side of the net. He just decides to throw it back behind the net. Novas will get it. Whitmore. Whitmore with it for the Bombers. He partner passes the blue line up to Grace, passes to Little. Overshot. Big save by Mumbercat. Dykers with the puck. Nova's looking to get something going, and he gets hit. And it's been all Bombers so far in the first 3 minutes and change. As Swain just dumps it in. Mumbercat out behind his own net to play the puck. He leaves it. Whitmore stops it at the blue line, but it came out, so it's a delayed offside. They have to retreat. Novas get the puck. McDonald up to Sampson. Asher Sampson trying to get some speed. Working into the Bomber zone. No help, though, and he gets knocked off the puck in the slot. Whitmore will go back to get it, and Whitmore survives a hit there. Tries to chip it out, but McDonald will dump it right back in. Goes around the boards. Tries to play it out. Gillis, though. Gillis shot well high and wide. McDonald tries to save it at the blue line. He can't, as it just gets out. He just dumps it in. Comes back out. Crawford. Crawford makes a move. Gets past one guy. Gets the puck, but falls down. Bombers looking to go the other way, by the side of their net. Breakout pass is successful. McDaniel just dumps it in. McDonald behind the net. Novas looking to get a shot here. Pass up to Lincoln McDonald by the bench. He chips it in. Peoples will go for the puck. It's knocked off his stick behind the net. Bombers look to chip it out. Pass up, Bombers. Looking for the center and pass, but Austin dives and blocks that up in front of the net. Chipped up and out of the zone. Connors stumped into the net. Mumbercat behind the net. Mumbercat leaves it. McDonald chasing forecheck. But Frazier spins around and fires that to Lincoln McDonald. Lincoln McDonald through the neutral zone, gaining some speed into Bombers territory. No help, though, as he circles back looking for some help. Puck stolen off his stick and gets out. McMullen will have it. McMullen over to McDonald. McDonald chips it up to Crawford. Crawford gets hit into the boards. So there's a battle for the puck. Comes out. McDonald just dumps it right back into the corner. It comes out front. No one there. And that'll go all the way back down to the Nova zone. Foot race for it. McDonald's going to win it. McDonald goes behind the net over to McMullen. McMullen has it in the corner. There's pressure coming. He just fires it back to McDonald behind the net. McDonald tries to chip it out. Little at the point saves it and just dumps it in. Pass out in front, can't hold it. Second pass goes well wide. Little pinched in and got the puck into the corner. It's chipped out, but Grace has it at the point. Connor Grace shot. Chest saved by Mumbercat, and he holds on to it. And we get a stoppage in play. The Bombers have came out flying in the first 6 minutes here as the Novas are looking for an answer, but so far, no score. Little lining up for the face-off for the Bombers. Pucks drop one back to Grace. Grace working his way in. He centers it to Little. Can't hold it on, and it goes out of the zone. He just turns around and fires it in, so McDonald's going to pick it up on his own net. McDonald waiting behind his net, looking for some options. He still has it. He fires it over to Sampson, far side. Sampson got some speed. Sampson working in. Sampson shoots. Blocker save there. So the puck's chipped back to the blue line. It's taken. Little's going to try to center it. An outlet pass, but McMullen gets it back to Sampson. Sampson just chips it in. It's knocked down by Dykers, but it's going to be quickly stolen. Bomber's going to go the other way. Knocked down at the blue line with McIntosh. Puck's fired up. Peoples touches it, so there's going to be no icing. Gillis out behind his own net to leave it there. Forecheck by Peoples. Pat chipped up and out of the zone by Whitmore, but Lincoln McDonald grabs it and just dumps it right back in. Pass out to the blue line. So there's tangled sticks there, so it went all the way back to the Nova zone. Nova's with a little bit of a better shift here this shift. desperately trying to get some momentum back on their side, and that's going to be blown dead offside at the Bombers' blue line. As Stoppin' Tom Connors fills the airwaves here in the arena. Bombers making a lot of noise. Puck's dropped, one back to Whitmore. Whitmore's partner pass just too hot to handle. Eventually picks it up and fires it in. Swain can't get there. Duggan has the puck. Duggan tries to throw it up to Crawford, but Whitmore will pick it up. Whitmore up to Swain. Swain tries to throw it in, but that'll just get on net to Mumbercat, and he's going to stop that and hold on to it. Nova's putting together a good shift, trying to string a couple of those together as the Bombers have been everywhere, it feels like. Puck drop. People's going to win that back. It's Purcell. Fans on the pass. Shot in front. Big hit. And a big save by Mumbercat as it's getting a little physical here early, about halfway through the first. Look at McDonald has the puck. He turns around, just tries to dump it in. Mattel will go in for it. Tries to pass up to Miller. It goes past him and just dump right back in. Gillis behind his own net to play it. Mattel dumps it out to Miller again. Gets past Miller. Over to McDonald. 2-on-1. Blown dead offside. As they say, Anderson was offside. And that was a dangerous look for the Bombers as the Novas get bailed out as Spencer Anderson just jumped offside by about half a step as that spelled disaster for the Novas. Puck dropped, one back eventually by Romard. He gets it over to McDonald. McDonald throws it up for McIsaac, just out of his reach. Puck stolen though by Romard. Romard working his way in, tries to get to McIsaac in the slot. It knocked away as McDonald's going to tip it up out of the zone. McMullen just tips it in for the Novas. Taken away by Mattel though. Mattel behind his own net. Turns around, reverses it. Miller's the only Bomber in vicinity. He gets a stick lift, but McDonald picks it up for the Bombers. He fires it out, and McDonald's going to intercept it for the Novas. Couple McDonald's on the ice here this morning, as Gillis plays that into the corner safely as McDonald picks it up. McDonald, his pass to Anderson gets tipped by Sampson, and Anderson could just dump it into the zone where Mumbercat's going to play it. Pass all the way up to Sampson. Sampson just going to tip it in. Little's going to pick it up. Fired over Grace. Grace up to Little. Little working in. Pass back to McIntosh. He gets his hit and then his stick lift. McDonald's on to chip it up. He gets it back to the point. Grace just dumps it in. McDonald misses it. McIntosh center pass. Shot! And it's blocked out in front. As Asher Sampson's going to take it the other way. It's a 3-on-2. Sampson working his way in past. And just in the feet there. Can't do anything. And Little's going to go the other way. It's a 3-on-2 the other way now. Pass out in front. Shot. Scores! And the Bombers take the 1-0 lead. And I believe that was Clayton McIntosh from Elijah Little. The PA announcer will tell me if I'm right or wrong here. But just 9.5 minutes into the game, we get our first goal of the game, and no surprise coming from the Bombers as they've been flying so far in this first period. A lot of hockey left to be played though, as Austin takes the puck on his own net, chips it over. McDonald chips it up front, but it's going to be kept in at the point. Shot from the point. And a couple whacks at it in front of the net, but it's covered by Mumbercat as he stands tall there. As the timekeepers ask it to help some referees. Probably some clarification on who scored that goal. Bombers making some noise. They took the first game in this season series against the Novas. Novas looking to even it up. Bombers looking for the sweep. Which would be great for morale, as most likely these two teams will meet either in the playoffs or provincials. Bombers had a crazy one last night against the Rage. Just edged them out 5-4. Puck's dropped there. Duggan has it. Duggan's going to move it back to McDonald. McDonald over to Fraser. Fraser chips it up and over. Sorry, that was Gillis, not Fraser's. There's no icing. Duggan's giving chase. Puck's going to be rimmed around. Gillis is there to play, but he falls down. And it was McIntosh from Littles. It's nice when you're right, as it's stumped over to Gillis. Gillis throws it out in front, no one there. Reed's going to pick it up for the Bombers. Reed's going to go the other way. It's a 1-on-3. Reed just decides to chip it in. He's chasing after his own chip. He's going to hit the defenseman hard into the boards. Puck's going to go around. McDonald's picked it up for the Novas. He reverses. Goes back to Gillis behind the net. Gillis loses the puck as Reed's back there, but McDonald once again chips it out of harm's way. Battle alongside the boards there, almost in the corner. Couple Novas, couple Bombers in it. Mr. Ref yelling to move it. Still not being moved, and finally it's rimmed around the back of the net. McDonald's going to go for a chase. He can't get there. Puck's up for grabs in the corner. Still up for grabs. And now another battle ensues alongside the board, but it's going to come out and Gillis is going to pick it up. Gillis loses the puck. But it's picked up quickly there by Austin. Maiden Austin just dumps it in. And the Novas will get a change. Puck outlet pass hit up a couple times, but it's almost got through, but McIsaac picks it up. McIsaac's going to go for a escape on his own net. Swain's on. Hit just misses him. Puck goes up. Peoples just going to dump it in. McIsaac giving chase. And a big hit behind the net. As the puck comes back, Herschel has it. He just fires it back behind himself. McIsaac behind the net. McDonald gets hammered by two Bombers behind the net. The refs say play on. McIsaac reverses it. Romard behind the net. Romard working his way in. Shot. Big save by Gillis. Puck still up for grabs. Bodies flying everywhere in front of the net. Romard has it. Romard goes back to the point. Fraser's shot. Can't get off the ground, and it's blocked by McDonald. McDonald over to Swain. Swain's pass intercepted by McIsaac. McIsaac loses the puck for a minute. Reverses back. He's hit by Anderson. Puck goes up to McDonald. McDonald on the far side. He just chips it in. Romar giving chase. Gillis out to play it. He goes behind his net. Safely over to his captain. Anderson has it. Anderson tries a backhand chip all the way down. McMullen knocks it down, though. McMullen going the other way. Oliver McMullen working his way in. His puck's knocked off his stick by Martel. Out in front. Miller's going to pick it up. Miller to Connor. Connor working his way up. His move, knocked down at the line. Peoples has it. Peoples makes a move. Tries to make a man miss. His pass into the skates. With McIntosh. Shot. Saved by Gillis. He holds on. 2 minutes remaining in this period. Nova's putting a little bit of pressure on. Down 1-0. Some fresh legs come on for the Novas. Bombers electing to keep the same unit on here as they just got a change there just a couple moments ago. Puck's dropped, won by Little, but the Novas pick it up quickly. Back down to the corner, but Little's going to pick it up. Little's going to chip it out, and McDonald's going to have to go chase it back to his own zone. He partners, passes it to McMullen just a little wide. He picks it up back to McDonald. McDonald up. Couple knocked around there as People's going to get it to Sampson. McMullen coming out of his own zone. He has some speed. McMullen just elects to chip it in. Crawford giving chase, so Sampson, puck behind the net. McMullen, shot from the point. It's blocked in front. Grace is going to take it. Grace moves it up. Barely onside. Little has it. Little working around. Has room to shoot. Save. And the rebound was just there. But it just skipped over McIntosh's stick. McIntosh has another chance. Blocker saved by Mumbercat. Mumbercat's been great. Chipped up and over into the Nova's bench. So there will be no penalty there. But there will be a stoppage in play with 1:08 remaining in the first period. As the puck will go back into the Nova zone for the faceoff. Puck's dropped. Won by the Bombers, but it's quickly stolen by Romard. Romard working his way up. And that will be offside, but no touch, so the Bombers will play it. Grace up to Fraser. Fraser working in. Fraser shot, glove saved by Mumbercat and held on to Fraser. Good Pictou County name right there. As the same group will stay on for the Bombers. Grace got a lot of ice time last night in that close win. Ross has it. Ross tries to chip it down. It's stolen. It's thrown up. Romard has it. Romard. Crawford. Sorry, McIsaac. His shot just goes wide. Fraser had it stripped. Oh, and McIsaac had a great opportunity there, but the puck just skipped over his stick. He's battling Grace in the corner. Grace throws it up. It's saved by Fraser, at the blue line. He throws it in. Grace is going to take it. Grace is going to try to go all the way. He gets hit into the boards by Fraser. Grace has it again. Grace to Ross. Ross working his way down. There's 10 seconds left. Ross spins back. Grace from the point. Shot. Big save through traffic for Mumbercat. McDonald has it behind the net. Over to Fraser. And that is how this period ends. After one, it is Bombers 1, Novas nothing. I'll step away for a quick minute and we'll be right back for the second period of action. Both teams look ready to start this second period. Mumbercat and Gillis back to their nets. Second period means long change this period. Sampson, Crawford, and Duggan out for the Novas. Puck's dropped, one back by Crawford. Puck's going to go all the way down. It's touched. McDaniel's going to pick it up in his own net. He's going to go behind the net to Grace. Grace gets hit hard into the boards. Puck's up for grabs. Crawford has it. Crawford working towards the slot. It's knocked off his stick. They're going to go the other way. Anderson has it. Anderson with some speed. He has some help with McDonald. His pass is knocked out of the way. Sampson's going to take it the other way. Asher Sampson gets past one. His pass in front of the net's knocked away by Ross, and he's hammered into the boards behind the net by Ross. Pass up. McDonald's going to save it and just dump it right back in. Grace behind his own net to play it. Grace. Breakout pass works. Here comes McDonald for the Bombers. Dumps it into the other corner. McDonald for the Novas this time comes up. Passes up to Duggan. Duggan just flips it up, and Peoples is going to go. Peoples, it's a 1-on-3. He gets past McDaniel. His pass back gets intercepted. And Little has it in around the red line. Little over to Cormier. Cormier working in. Shot! Post and out! And a big groan comes from the Bomber side as another shot gets knocked away in front. There's a couple good opportunities there. Lincoln McDonald will take it. He gets past one and chips it past another. Peoples in the battle for it. Clearing attempt hits McDonald and stays into the corner. Battle for it in the corner. Trying to kick it out. It's just knocked up to McIntosh. McIntosh coming about his own end. His pass goes a little wide for Little, but Little's going to fight Gillis for it in the corner. McDonald comes out with it as he was the third party in. Passes up to Lincoln McDonald. Just past him. Kept in at the point. Grace has it at the point. Grace works in. Shot. Blocker saved by Mummercat, and that's cleared out of harm's way. It's dumped in. McDonald blocks that. Austin's going to have it. Austin can't get past the defenders. Grace knocks it back. Up to Little. Little. McIntosh. Little. Shot. Post and hit the net. Hit the glass behind the net. Miller, big opportunity in front. Little again fires it over the net. Grace is going to just chip it into the corner. And there's a big hit, and that'll be a penalty. And another, it looks like maybe two. And I'm just going to wait until the refs clear this up before I start trying to guess what's going on here. But all I see is Gillis is in the box for the Novas. Miller's in the box for the Bombers. Both referees convening, trying to talk about this. Linesman trying to talk about this. Cormier comes over. Captain for the Bombers. Try to ask what's going on. He gets promptly sent away by Mr. Ref. Everyone's a little confused with what's going on as it was blown dead for a penalty. McMullen's over, and he gets chewed away as well. So refs look like they're going to go to the coaches and let them know what's up. As everyone's just kind of convening around the scorer's booth trying to hear, a little eavesdropping, trying to hear what's going on. Captain's convene, captain's asking. Long conversation with the ref and the Novas coach as the ref skates over to now the Bombers bench. Not much action happening right now, so I just got to commentate everything that's going on. So far, there's a 4-minute penalty up on the board for Gillis. Nothing up so far for Miller. So, assuming that's correct, that brings you the first DeCoste Electrical Ventilation penalty kill of the game. DeCoste Electrical Ventilation keeping things running smoothly, just like the Novas on the penalty kill. And this will be a long one, 4 minutes. Puck's dropped. One back by the Novas. McMullen tries to clear it out. Grace keeps it at the point. He works over to Cormier. Cormier back to Grace. Grace down for McDonald. McDonald back to Grace. Grace just had to reach out and keep it in there. Cormier tries to go to McIntosh in the middle. Stick gets it in front of his stick. Grace shot. Blocked. McDonald. Grace has it at the point. McDonald. Back to Grace at the point. Grace shot. Blocked by Austin. So it looks like a roughing after the whistle penalty for both Gillis and Miller. Not 100% sure how this is going to work out, but McDonald has the puck. McDonald looks back to Grace. Back out front. Blocked. Knocked down, and that's finally cleared. They're just going to get a change on the penalty kill. Trying to listen to the ref there. Still a little confused as to what's going on. But only time will tell, I suppose, as Grace has it. Grace chips it up to Cormier. Cormier working his way in. Cormier back to Anderson. Anderson over to McDonald. McDonald to Grace. Grace at the high point. Back behind him to Anderson. Anderson spins around as there's a player on him. Anderson just could chip it into the corner. McDonald is just going to rim it around the boards. Cormier's there to knock it back. Back to Grace. Grace. Try to get it to Anderson. It's going to be knocked back. Anderson. Anderson works it in. Shot. Well wide. Up and over into the netting. So that'll be a stoppage of play. Almost 2 full minutes gone from this penalty. McDonnell is the other Nova in the box. I think he's only serving 2. It is a 5-on-4. Puck's dropped, 1 back. Novas have it. Novas look to dump it, and they will. And that should kill the first half of this as it gets right on Gillis. Gillis fires it over. Back behind the net. Anderson plays it. Anderson chips it back to Whitmore. Whitmore has it behind his net. Whitmore up to Anderson. Anderson. Sorry. Now it's with Anderson. Anderson working in. As it was Frazier who chipped it to him. It's a little hard to see numbers up here. He fires it to the far side to Ross. Ross working in. Ross shot. Saved to front. Up for grabs, but promptly cleared out. As Whitmore will have to go for a skate back to his own end to pick it up. Whitmore leaves it for Grace, who just got on the ice. Grace fires it up. Little working up. Over to Cormier. Cormier's been on for, I think, the entire hour play so far. Back to Grace. Grace working back. Cormier at the point. Cormier works it down low. Back to Cormier. Cormier. Grace. Grace shoots. And it's a big block there. Back to Cormier at the point, though. Cormier works it back. Back to Cormier. Cormier. Grace. Grace. Shot. Paddled away there by Mumbercat. McMullen will have it in behind his net, and he dumps it down. Less than a minute left on the power play. Cormier has it behind the net. He's waiting for something. Cormier with it. He fires it up to McDonald through his feet. McDonald for the Nova is going to dump it down. Serene McDonald dumps it all the way down. Cormier's there. Pressured by McIsaac, but he stays with the puck. He fires it over to Grace. Connor Grace working with it. He stops. Back to Cormier, and that just comes over the blue line, so the Bombers will have to retreat. Grace has it. Grace over to McDonald. McDonald working his way in. McDonald looking. Seeing some options. Only once Cormier back at the point. Cormier walks in. Shot just goes wide. And that's just knocked away as Grace was there in prime striking opportunity. And it's shipped back. McDonald will have it at his own blue line. 1 second left on the penalty. McDonald's out. So it's a 5-on-5. Whitmore shot. Tipped in front and barely had enough reaction time, but Mumbercat saves it. Frazier pinned up against the boards. It's knocked back to Grace at the point. Grace walks in. Shot. Just goes high. Looks like it might have hit a stick in front. Frazier will have it behind his own net. Up to McDonnell. McDonnell just chips it up. Sampson's going to get in a foot race with McDaniel. McDaniel wins it. Sampson hits him into the boards. McDonnell's there. Sampson gets hit. McDonnell gets hit. The puck somewhere's in there. It's being yelled to move it. Sampson has it. Sampson to McDonnell. McDonnell in front. Blocker saved by Gillis. And that's going to be thrown to the point. McDonald has it. McDonald back to Peoples. Cross ice to McMullen. He can't handle it, and he just dumps it down. Sampson works. Tries to go short side. Just goes high. Shot from the points. Blocked, and that'll go out to center ice. Foot race. McMullen will win it. Ross is on his tail. McMullen spins around, and Ross spins back to the neutral zone. McMullen trying to make something work here. McMullen going through the ice. Center ice, sorry. He just dumps it in. Cormier has it. Cormier back out. And Ross has it. Chip back in. Chip back out. Gillis chasing for the puck. Gillis throws it up to Peoples. Working his way in. Slap shot from the point. And that's just paddled away by Gillis. Puck gets out. McDonald throws it up. Puck's chipped up into the corner. And it'll be thrown around into the half wall dug in there. But Anderson's going to pick up the puck. He gives it to Cormier. Cormier has had a lot of ice time in the last 6 minutes or so. Anderson shot. Big save Centering pass, wide open net, but it just gets past the Bombers forward theirs. Puck goes into the corner. Battle for it. Romar gets it. A lot of tired legs on the ice. McDonald has it. McDonald pass, shot, scores, Anderson! It's 2-0 Bombers. As Miller and Gillis will be able to come out of the box now. And the Novas just got caught there with some tired legs. Couldn't get a change for a while. And the Bombers made them pay. Just 8.5 minutes into the second period. Puck's dropped, one back by Little. Grace will retreat back for it. He moves it over to his partner. Little back to Grace. Grace up to McIntosh. He just tips it into the Nova zone. Lumbercat out to play it. Austin. Austin gets hit into the boards. And there will be a penalty. And by the groaning, it looks like it will be against the Bombers. And it looks like Miller might be back in the box. And it's McIntosh, actually. As there was two Bombers right near the ref when he was taking him away. But it's McIntosh getting the penalty. Bringing up the Winmar power play. Restoring momentum just like the Novas on the power play. Fans get up. It's the Winmar power play. Perfect opportunity to restore some momentum for the Novas as they find themselves in a hole here. Just about halfway through this second period as puck's dropped. Look at McDonald, gets it back to McMullen. McMullen's shot saved and into the corner. There'll be a boarding penalty as Lincoln McDonald is held up against the board there. Against Grace, back out to McMullen. McMullen tries to move it to Crawford into his skates. Grace just chipping it out. McMullen will have it. McMullen moves it over to Crawford. Crawford working his way in. Crawford tries to drop it back. Miller there saves it. Miller taking a couple whacks at it. Romar will have it behind the net. He works it back to the point. McMullen. Crawford. Crawford shot. Chipped a couple times in front. We sent all the way down into the Nova zone. Lumbercat there to leave it. Minute 15 remaining in this power play. Minute 13 remaining in the period. Sorry, 10 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the period. Nova's working it up. Big hit into the boards. As McDonald has a chance to go the other way. One man to beat. He loses the puck. Austin will move it over to Crawford. Crawford back to McMullen. McMullen in his own zone. Works it up. And a big reverse hit there on Anderson. Sampson. Sampson working his way in. Sampson on Cormier. Sampson skates back, looking for some help. Chips it up to McDonald at the blue line. Back to Frazier at the blue line. Frazier working in. Frazier just chips it behind the net. Austin's there. Gets past 10. Peoples tries to move the puck. It hits a couple bodies. Austin still behind the net with the puck. Off his stick. Sampson gets past Sampson. Gets past McDonald. And that'll come out. McDonald will have it. McDonald over to Austin. 14 seconds left on the power play. Good kill for the Bombers here. If they pull it off. Chip back to Austin. Back to Frazier at the point. Frazier looking for some help. 3 seconds left. Back to Sampson. Sampson and McDonald at the point. We're even. Frazier fans on the shot and just chips it in. Cormier will play it. It's chipped up. Frazier tries to lay body there, but couldn't. McIntosh going the other way. McIntosh tries to get past McDonald. He can't. Puck's chipped up. McIsaac. McIsaac makes a move at the blue line to get past McDaniel. McIsaac shoots. Rebound. Knocked into the corner. Peoples will get the puck. Peoples held up against the boards. He's trying to kick it out. Only Bombers there as they pick up the puck. They're going to go the other way. Chipped into the Nova zone as Bombers going to change. McDonald's behind the net to play it. He reverses. Swain was on him. Sampson tries to chip it up. It's stolen. McIntosh just fanned on the shot as he had a perfect opportunity. Big hit around the blue line. Nova's loving it. McIntosh just chips it in. Lumbercat behind the net to play it. McMullen plays it behind the net. There's some bodies flying now. McIsaac working his way up through the neutral zone. Off his stick. Frazier works it back to McDaniel. McDaniel bobbles it a couple times, moves it to his partner. He tries to fire it up. His stick's lift. That looks like it'll go for icing. They wave it off. McDonald behind his net. McDonald reverses. His pass to McDonald is chipped away. McIntosh gets the puck stripped from him. Finally chipped up, but Grace will pick it up by his blue line. He works it over. Little to Little. His pass shipped up, and that looks like it'll be called for a hand pass, and there's some pushing and shoving afterwards. That's the 50-50 numbers called, and once again, I did not win. One of these days. Not today, though. As the puck's just outside the Bombers' blue line. One forward by the Novas as Grace picks it up. Grace to McDonald. McDonald up to Anderson. Anderson working in. He gets past Frazier. Some help, and it gets chipped back out. Grace has it. Grace back to Little. Little working in. He gets hammered into the boards. Novas with the puck. The outlet pass just gets chipped up. Eventually it gets out of the zone. Crawford brings it right back in, though. He gets the puck back to Sampson. Sampson up to Dykers. Dykers just going to chip it in. Cormier with the puck. He throws it back to Reed. Puck's up for grabs at the blue line. Dykers tries to pass it in front to Sampson, but it's intercepted. Puck goes off Crawford, back into the zone. Crawford tries to take a whack at it. Cormier knocks it out. Puck's chipped up. Working in, and there's Anderson taking a fall in the slot. Dykers tries to knock it up. Cormier with a Cormier backhand goes well wide. Frazier with it behind the net. He gets hit by McDonald. Miller's now in there, so is Crawford. Battle behind the net. Puck comes out. Nova's puck. Chipped it up and out. Dykers looking for it. He can't get there. Shift right back in. No, Bombers have to retreat, however. Frazier has it. Frazier up to Dykers. Dykers chips it in. Cormier. Partner pass. It works up. Looking for Miller there, and that will be an icing, as that was his pass had a lot of zip to it. I think it went over everything. .554 remaining in the period. Puck's dropped into the corner. It's going to be thrown up there and chipped past McDonald. That's going to go all the way down. Gillis is chasing after it. He picks it up behind his own net. Miller trying for pressure. Austin chips it up and over. Cormier, though, has it in the neutral zone. Cormier working his way in. Cormier with some speed. Working in. Working wide. Shot. Goes wide. He's trying to go short side. Lincoln McDonald has it. It's going to be a 3-on-2. Lincoln McDonald looking. Toe drag shot. Big save by Gillis. Pushing and shoving afterwards around the net. Nova's looking desperately for some offense. They found very little so far. But there's still 25 minutes remaining of game time. 25 and change. It's Little versus McDonald for the face-off. Puck's dropped. One back by the Novas. Gets back to McDonald at the point. McDonald's shot. Hits a couple sticks in front. Goes behind the net. Lincoln McDonald tries to pass behind the net. And there's going to be a penalty as Grace hammered Lincoln McDonald into the boards as Lincoln's holding his head. But he gets up under his own will, and he'll be able to get off the ice, which is a good sign. So that'll bring up the second Widmer power play of the game. Fans, get ready. It's the Widmer power play. Nova's looking to goes a little bit better than the last one. This Grace will get 2 minutes, and I'm assuming that will be for boarding. Peoples and Little line up for the draw. This time, Little wins it with his feet. It hits the boards weird, comes out. And it looked almost like Miller was going to have a breakaway. So Miller was looking for a call there as he kind of got held. Cormier has the puck though. Cormier in his own zone. It's an interference call for Grace. Puck's up for grabs in front of the net. Mummercat shoos it aside as he almost played that right into the hands of Little. 30 seconds off the power play already. Good 30 seconds if you're a Bombers fan as Sampson works his way in. Sampson's going to circle back. He throws it back to McDonald at the point. McDonald over to Fraser. Fraser has it. He's looking for something. He shot. Tipped it front. Big pad save by Gillis. McDonald keeps it in at the point. He chips it down for Sampson. Sampson working in. Circles back. Throws it back to McDonald. McDonald back to Sampson. Sampson over to Fraser. Fraser works in. Shot. Hits a stick in front. Up and over the net. Into the mesh. .58 seconds remaining in this power play. The second 30 seconds, a lot better than the first 30 seconds here for the Novas. They had some shots, a good scoring opportunity there, but Gill stays away. That puck's just dumped all the way back into the Nova zone. Mummercat, at the play it. As McMullen was given chase. McMullen has it behind his own net. McMullen passed up to Crawford. Crawford makes a man miss. Crawford over to Romard. Romard tries to go back to Crawford. It's knocked off. McMullen will have it. McMullen by the point. McMullen shot. Pad save by Gillis into the corner. Chip back behind for Lincoln McDonald. Lincoln McDonald out front. And it's just try to go short side and just up and over the bar. Crawford will have it in the corner. He gets knocked down. Puck goes out to McMullen at the point. McMullen fires it over to McDonald on the far side. 14 seconds left on Grace's penalty. McDonald has it behind the net. Lincoln McDonald. Lincoln McDonald pass out front. And Crawford had an open net and he tripped and fell. As a huge groan comes out. McMullen shot for the point. Saved and went behind the... As there's going to be an outlet pass for Grace there as he just got out of the box. Intercepted by McMullen. McMullen's in a battle with Grace. He fires it down. Romard has it in the corner. Sucked off his stick. McDonald throws it back for Cormier. Past him and Lincoln McDonald pick it up. He throws it back to Rhea McDonald at the point. Shot. Pad save by Gillis. Lincoln McDonald and Cormier battle it out. Crawford throws it back for Romard. Romard. Lincoln McDonald. Lincoln McDonald. Centering pass. Just goes too far. Back to the point. It's kept in by McDonald. Grace will have it. Grace. Looking to set something up. He leaves it behind. Both teams have some tired legs on the ice. Cormier dancing through some players in his own zone. Up to McDonald. McDonald just whacks that. Like he saw a fastball there. Austin will have it. It's taken away by Whitmore. Whitmore loses it to Austin. Austin tries to make a nice move, but little is there. As Ross loses it in his feet. Sampson has it. Sampson. To McDonald. McDonald chips it up. Austin just tips it up and over. Little going to have it in his own zone. He works it over to Whitmore. Whitmore up. That's tipped in. Mummercat, risky move there playing that puck, but it plays off. Sampson kicks it over to Peoples. Peoples is working up. Peoples has Austin, but there's also 4 Bombers in front of him. Not great numbers. He chips it back. Austin just throws it onto the net. Gillis just easily pads that aside. Puck gets out as Gillis gets tied up there. Puck's chipped up. Austin tips it into the zone. No icing. Little has it there behind the net for the Bombers. And then Grace throws it. Pass had a little too much on it. That's going to go for an icing. Some great scoring opportunities for the Novas. They can't get one across. It's minute 10 left in the second. We still sit at 2-0 Bombers. Puck's dropped. Frazier looked to steal that. He lost the puck. McMullen throws it in. Crawford's shot just went wide. Just barely as that beat Gillis. Ross throws it up and into the zone. Mumbercat out behind it. 1 minute remaining in the period. Mumbercat leaving it there for his captain, McMullen. McMullen moves it up. Romard tries to chip it up. Little's there to steal it. Little to Grace. Grace tries to go back to Little. Just out of his reach, but he's there to pick it up on the far boards. He chips it up. Crawford, though, steals it. Crawford back to McMullen. McMullen tries to go partner pass to Frazier. It's chipped out of his reach. McIntosh battling for it. McMullen comes out with the puck. McMullen behind his own net. 30 seconds left. Lincoln McDonald up to Romard. Romard worth some speed. He's trying to work towards the middle. He gets taken down. That's going to be a penalty with seconds left in the period. Whistle blows with 14 seconds on the dot. Bring up another power play. Another Winmar power play. Captain Cormier is going to go to the box. That looks like it's going to be a trip. It is. 2 minutes for tripping. 14 seconds left. Peoples, Sampson, and Austin with Frazier and McDonald is the unit that the Novas elect to go with for the last 14 seconds on the power play. One back to Frazier. Frazier's taking it. He gets it over to Sampson. Sampson working in. Shot. Scores! Asher Sampson. Who else? And we have ourselves a hockey game as Novas fans are loving it. It only took 7 seconds. We have ourselves a 2-1 game. I'd say going into the third period, but there's 7 seconds left, so you never know. Puck's drop, battle. McDonald comes out with it for the Bombers. He chips it up. Frazier's going to play it. He's just going to fire it down, and that's how the period's going to end. We end after 35 minutes played. Bombers 2, Novas 1, thanks to Asher Sampson on the power play with 7 seconds remaining. Don't go anywhere, so we'll take an intermission and we'll be right back with the deciding 20 minutes.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross and Sons, scrap metal made simple.
Welcome back to the Antigonish Arena in beautiful Antigonish, Nova Scotia, where we have ourselves what could be shaping up to be a classic on our hands. As the Bombers and the Novas, rivals from just down the 104, are separated by 1 goal. If you're just joining us, thank you. My name's Ron McDonald. On behalf of all of High Budget Sports, I'd like to welcome you to this presentation of U15 Major Nova Scotia Hockey. And I'll give you a quick little recap. First period halfway in. No, Bombers strike first. That's where we sat after 15. Second period, they had another quick one going up 2-0. They were all over the place. But Connor Grace took a penalty with 14 seconds left. And it only took Asher Sampson 7 of those seconds to get the Novas on the board. That's where we stand at right now. A 2-1. Other notables. That man right there, Dylan Mumbercat, has been outstanding. Keeping his team in this game. Keeping this a 1-goal game. There's 20 minutes remaining to separate these two. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the Bombers took the first game of the season series, looking for the sweep. Nova's looking to even it up. As if the hockey gods are good to us, we might see a provincial matchup between these two teams. Lots of good hockey left to be played here today. 20 more minutes of this. And then 2 World Junior games tonight. Finland, Sweden, Canada, and Czechia. Canada looking to get rid of some of those, exercise some of those demons there that have been plaguing them the last couple years. Losing to Czechia twice in the quarterfinals last 2 years, this time in the semis. But enough of Canada talk. We got a great game on our hands right here as both teams making some noise. Nets are attempting to be put on their pegs, as this rink is notorious for the nets coming off. But it looks like they're going to be as good as they're going to get. We're ready to start the third. Austin, Peoples, and Lincoln McDonald, the forward core for the Novas. Miller, Little, and McIntosh for the Bombers. Centers to the dot. Puck's dropped in the third and final period's underway. Bombers from the puck. McIntosh just chips it into the zone. McMullen giving chase. He picks up the puck. Chased by Little. Up to Lincoln McDonald. His pass to Peoples. Peoples just dumps it in. McDaniel has it. McDaniel's hit behind the net. McDonald shot from the point. Tipped just wide. Chipped around. Lincoln McDonald has it. Lincoln McDonald trying to give it back. McMullen shot. It's kicked like a soccer ball up into the air. We're playing all sports today. Hockey. A couple guys are swinging the sticks at the pucks like a baseball bat. Now soccer. McMullen shot from the point. Big save by Gillis. Alex McDonald just dumps it into Peoples. Peoples shifts it back to Alex McDonald. McDonald, he throws it in front. He gets hit. It goes into the corner. McMullen, going to get it. Shipped around. McDonald has it. Alex McDonald to McMullen. McDonald ships it up to McDonnell. McDaniel has it. McDaniel over to Grace. Grace up to Little. Little working up. Little working his way in. Little shot off of McDonald's legs and into the corner. It's shipped up. As Cormier takes a tumble, it's a 2-on-1. Working his way in over to McDonnell. Big save by Gillis as he's finally able to cover it up. What an opportunity. But Gillis slams the door shut, keeping this a 1-goal game and his team ahead. Puck's dropped, one back. Gillis has it at the point. He throws it up. McDonnell gets hammered into the boards by Mattel. Cormier throws it up. Sticks lifted, so no icing. Mummercat back to pipe on his own net. He leaves it there. Gillis reverses back. Back to Gillis. Gillis to McDonnell. McDonnell makes a move, and he gets hit again. As that's kept in by the Bombers. Chipped up to McDonnell. McDonnell chipped it to Romard. Romard working his way in. He works wide. Puck's knocked off his stick. He works in. Shot off the face mask of Gillis. He keeps that out. Both goalies have been outstanding so far. Bowden tips it in. And that looks like it went out. And it did. And that puck will be dropped outside of the Bombers' blue line. Some jock jams playing now. Puck's dropped. Duggan can't corral it, so Grace will pick it up. Grace to Little. Little throws it up. That's knocked around. McDonald will pick it up. McDonald working in. His shot goes well high. Anderson will corral it. Anderson just backhands it to McDonald in the corner. McDonald throws it back to Anderson. His stick's knocked away. He throws it to Grace. Grace throws it to Little. Little shot. And that's blocker up and over by Mummercat. And that will get a stoppage of play, and that will be a face-off inside the Nova zone. A lot of stick banging coming from the Bomber side. Puck's dropped, one back by Crawford. Puck's going to be chipped up and over into McDaniel's feet. He plays it back. Dykers grabs it. He passes to Fraser. Fraser in his own zone. Back to Ryan McDonald. Ryan McDonald chipped up. It's knocked into the zone. McDaniel's going to retreat back to play it. Forecheck by Sampson. Puck rims around. McDonald picks it up. McDonald throws it up. It's knocked down. Swain has it though. He works it in. Back to Anderson as he gets laid out. Whitmore saves it at the point. Taken by Duggan. He just chips it in. Chipped in again. Sorry, that was Dykers. Chipped it again. Anderson has it. There's a big hit there. This is Austin, sorry. Austin throws it to Lincoln McDonald as he's stolen in front of the net. Tries to go back to Austin. Can't hold it. Crawford's going to pick it up. Crawford knocked off balance. Fraser keeps it in at the point. Fraser. He has it in his skate, sorry. Big battle. There's 5 people in there. Goes back to McDaniel. McDaniel's going to fire it behind his own net. Whitmore fires it up to McDonald just off his stick. And Anderson, and there's going to be a whistle. And I believe that was an offside. So pointing outside the zone, so I think I got that one right. So we're just over 4 minutes into this period. Still 2-1. Puck's dropped. One back by the Novas. McDonald's going to throw it over. Sorry, McMullen. Names and numbers getting a little harder to see now. Cormier knocks it down at his own blue line. Little's in there. Austin just throws it into the corner. And that's thrown up for Fraser. Fraser chips it to Little, but goes well past him. Mummercat behind his own net. He plays it. McIntosh, though, picks it up. It's knocked off his stick. Austin's going to try to kick it out. And a big reverse hit. He doesn't have a stick, and the Novas loving it. As he had no choice to play the body on McIntosh. Up to Lincoln McDonald. His pass to Romard. Romard just chips it in, and he's going to go for a chase. Natal is there, pick it up. He tries to go behind the net. Takes a minute to get to Cormier. Cormier's out to Little. Little chips it up. McIntosh working in the neutral zone. It's stripped by Lincoln McDonald. Lincoln McDonald trying to work his way in to the Bomber zone. He works wide. backwards pass to Peoples. Peoples cutting in front. Peoples shot. Scores! Lincoln McDonald tips it in front of the net. And we're all tied. And as always, Lincoln McDonald fired up after he scores, always yelling to the bench. And just over 5 minutes into the period, it's a brand new hockey game. Might as well be 0-0. It's 2-2. Lincoln McDonald, right time, right place. He gets a stick on People's shot. And through the 5-hole of Gillis. Speaking of Gillis, Gillis has the puck for the Novas. He fans on the shot. He still has it though. He makes a move, gets past Little. McIsaac will pick it up behind the net. McIsaac in a battle. Grace will pick it up. Grace. Gillis pokes it. Romard on his knees by the blue line. He gets into McIsaac. McIsaac shot. Glove saved by Gillis. He's going to hold on to that. And we're going to get a stoppage in play. Sean Gillis spent last year for the Antigonish Bulldogs, the U15 AA team, so back in his old stomping grounds, this time for the Bombers. Puck's dropped. Shot from the point, another save by Gillis. It's always weird returning to your old home as the visiting team. But he's played extraordinarily well in this homecoming of sorts, if you want to call that. Both goalies have stood on their head, won it matters. Low scoring affair, 2-2. Lots of time left to be played though, as Austin rims it around the boards. It's going to be picked up there by the Bombers. Fired up to McDonald. Gillis gets a stick on it, and there's Austin. He's everywhere at the moment. McDonald has it. Pressured by McDonald. Couple McDonalds on the ice. Up to Austin. He chips it up for Gillis. Somehow stayed on side. There was Duggan. Cormaine Duggan battling for it. McDonald's going to chip it up to Anderson. Anderson gets it out. Ryan McDonald just chips it right back in. Gillis out to play it behind his own net. He leaves it. Gillis took a tumble there trying to get back to his own net, but it was well out of harm's way, so Reed has the puck. Reed moves it up to Anderson. Anderson looking for some help. Centering pass. Just out of the reach of Reed. Sorry, McDonald there, as Reed has the puck now. Reed moves it to McDonald off his skates. And it gets over to Gillis. Gillis on the near boards, just going to chip it in as there's a lot of black jerseys around. And Mr. Ref said that he did not step over the red line, so that'll be an icing. And the puck will go back down into the Nova zone with a very tired unit for the Novas out here. Looking to take advantage of that. So linesman looks to drop the puck as he does. Up to Gillis. Gillis works his way up. Little steals it, but he was out of the zone. Pass to Grace. Back to McIntosh. These passes are a little too fast for the camera work. Was that stolen there by Frazier? He chips it up. McDaniel will get it. McDaniel chips it back to McIntosh. McIntosh has to retreat back to get it though. His pass is stolen by Dykers. Dykers working into behind the net. He's chased by McDaniel. He's knocked off the puck by McDaniel. And then it's just chipped right back to the corner. Grace has it this time. Grace to Swain. Swain up to Little. Little with some speed. His pass is knocked away. Crawford picks it up. Crawford back into his own zone. Passes to McMullen. McMullen working his way up. McMullen just chips it in behind the net. He chases after it, but it's going to be Crawford who gets it. Crawford making a couple reverses in the corner. It works out for him. He gets the puck back to McDonald in at the blue line. McDonald just dumps it in for Dykers behind the net. Dykers saves it behind the net. He passes up Crawford. Crawford back to Dykers alongside the boards. Back to McDonald. McDonald. Bodies flying everywhere. McMullen works his way in. Shot off the shin pad in front. That was a prime opportunity. Sampson gets at the point. Heath just throws it back. McMullen looks a little tired. Bombers looking to get it up. Outlet pass stolen by McMullen. He dumps it in. Pass up to Anderson. It's knocked off his stick, and it's just going to be dumped right back in by Little. Lumbercat leaves it for McMullen, who fires it up to Lincoln McDonald. Lincoln McDonald, the goal scorer, he tips it in. Matal will go back for it. He leaves it for Cormier. Cormier, his pass just wide, hits the stick of skates of Purcell, bounces to Ross. Ross, centering pass for Bowden. Bowden can't handle that, goes into the corner. Austin will pick it up. He's pinned up against the boards by Miller, it looks like. Now there's another battle between Bowden, and I can't tell who that is, but puck comes out. Lincoln McDonald's going to have it. Lincoln McDonald moving, trying with some speed. Ross got there, not in time, as it just gets dumped into the zone. Peoples has it on the net. Peoples wraparound shot. Shot in front. Lincoln McDonald scores. Lincoln McDonald has a second of the game. And just like that, it's 3-2. Lincoln McDonald takes advantage of the chaos around the net. I couldn't speak fast enough to describe that one. Gillis went out to play the puck. Puck got stripped. Austin tried the wraparound. Hits. Gillis got back in time to save that. Rebound came out from McDonald. McDonald had a wide open net. He put it back. He has 2 this period. Novas have 2 this period, and it's 3-2. Puck's one back to McDonald. McDonald to Gillis. Gillis looking for some help. Gillis tries to get it up. Fraser intercepted it. Fraser just knocked it away though. McDonnell has it. McDonnell up to Romar. Knocked off his stick. Gillis will have it. Gillis throws it up. Shot on to Gillis. Gillis just handed that floater and caught that. First year Lincoln McDonald making a name for himself in this league. Shot from the point. Gillis stopped it. Doesn't know where it is. It's trapped in him there somewhere. So another stoppage of play. 10:25 remaining in this third period. Bombers now fought themselves down 1. Still 10.5 to play, and they have enough firepower on this team to dig themselves out of this hole. It's not a big hole at all. Puck's dropped. 1 forwards by the Novas. Try to get to McDonnell in front, but it's taken away. Reed chips it up for Little. Little's pressured by McCausey. Turns around, tries to fire it. Reed will have the puck. Reed throws it just away as the puck's out of center. This game's going to get chippy now, as bodies have been flying all day, but with a close game this late in the game, McMullen throws it over to McDonald. McDonald's shot hit Cormier. Cormier hit with the puck. He throws up to Little. Little tries to beat McDonald. McDonald and Little get tangled up there by the blue line. McCausey takes a fall at his own blue line, just gets it to Romar. Romar skates it back into his zone, evading some Bombers players in the process. He works his way into the Bombers corner. He gets tangled up there with Cormier. The puck's going to go the other way. McIntosh tries to get it to Little. Just past him. Reed couldn't get there, so it's dumped all the way back in. Gillis looked like he was going to play it, but he left it for Grace. Grace throws it to Cormier. Cormier looking for Little, but it's intercepted. This time Sampson's going to go the other way. Sampson makes a move backwards. Grace on him. He throws it down low. Get back to him. Dykers. Dykers has it. Throws it to the corner. Dykers in the slot. Dykers shot. Pad save. Rebound. Sampson just couldn't get that. It's thrown out. McDonald's going to get in and throw it to Fraser around the neutral zone. Fraser walks in. His long shot hits a skate. Bouncing around. Dykers has it. Top of the slot. Shot hits a couple skates. Goes well wide. Sampson to the point. McDonald shot. Hit Bowden's shin pads. Cormier's going to have it, and he has some speed. Past the center line. Cormier's just going to dump it around. Bowden. Battle for it. A couple players from both teams in on that. Ref yelling to move it. Gets back to the point. McDaniel shot. Glove saved by Mummercat. He's going to hold on to that. There's a stoppage in play with 8:18 left in the game. I'll tell you what, this Bombers team makes a lot of noise. Banging their sticks on the bench. They're always in this game. It helps when it's a nice back and forth game like this, but it seems like they're never tired. McDonald chips it to McMullen behind his own net. McMullen chips it off the glass, and that's going to go all the way down. Whitmore giving chase, no icing. He throws it back, it's stolen. Shot just goes high as Lick McDonald was looking for his third of the afternoon. It's chipped back in. Bowden's going to steal it. Bowden tries to chip it up. No one in the vicinity. McMullen's going to retreat, grab it. He gives it over to Alex McDonald. McDonald up to Austin. Austin just chips it in. Bowden looked for a big hit, and Austin just jumped out of the way. Lick McDonald battle for it with Whitmore behind the net. It's Peoples that gets it though. Peoples working his way back towards the point. McDonald. His centering pass, no good. Bounce to Austin. His shot hit a skate. Went wide. Lick McDonald has it behind the net. Into the corner. Throws it back to Alex McDonald. To McMullen. McMullen shot. Blocker save, and it's knocked out of harm's way by Whitmore. So that took some great hand eye coordinations. Bowden has it. Bowden off the glass. McMullen this time stopping it. Dumps it in. Both teams getting a change. Gillis out to play it. Leaves it for Whitmore. Whitmore looking for somebody. He chips it up. It's tipped into the zone by Anderson. Puck's thrown up to McDonnell though. McDonnell at the blue line. He can't get past. That looks like it will be a penalty, and it is. What a costly time to take a penalty, but McDonnell's stick just got caught up in the skates there. That was not intentional. Nonetheless, though, we'll head to our second power play for the Bombers. First one was a 4-minute. That got killed, but just very quick, shortly after, they scored the first goal of the game. This time, the DeCoste electrical and ventilation penalty kill, keeping things running smoothly, just like the note was on the penalty kill. Comes in a crucial time for both teams. 3-2, 6:50 remaining in the game. Kill would be huge. The goal would tie it up for the Bombers. Cormier has it. Chips it down to McDonald. McDonald looking back for Cormier. Cormier works in. Shot. Scores! And we're tied. 9 seconds into that. It's 3-3. As the captain gets himself one to tie this thing back up. Brett Cormier. A lot of bodies in front of the net, and Cormier takes advantage, tying this up. Bombers fans loving it over on that other side. And what a game this has turned out to be. 6:40 remaining. Both teams have a couple quick power play goals, both coming under 10 seconds in the power play. Bombers had 9. Cormier's 9 seconds in. And then Asher Sampson with a goal 7 seconds into the power play to end the game. And the period, sorry, the second period. As Martel has it behind his net, reverses back, looking. Reed's covered, so he's just going to chip it behind him. Gets past McDonald. Reed has it. Reed around the blue line, trying to dance around. Knocked off his stick. McDonald picks it up. McDonald makes a move, can't get past Ryan McDonald. Sampson has it. Sampson working his way up. Sampson going wide, forced wide, behind the net, into the corner. Cormier is there. He goes back to Fraser. Fraser shot, knocked around. So it's going to be chipped up. Anderson. Anderson with some speed. Anderson working in. Shot. Goes well wide. That hit a stick, I think. Anderson has it again, in the corner, behind the net. Off his stick, sorry. McDonald's going to rim it around. Grace is going to pick it up at the boards. Blue line. He just gets it in, and they're going to say it went over as Grace bobbled. So that will be an offside. Puck's dropped, one back. McDaniel. just fires it in. Mumbercat out back behind to play his own net. McMullen. Back to McDonald. Alex McDonald moves it off. Austin tries to go across the ice, but it's stopped by Swain. Chipped in by Little. McMullen's going to have to retreat into his own end to play it. McMullen. Back to Alex McDonald behind the net. Tries to get back to McMullen. Puck's being fought for beside the net. Lincoln McDonald comes out with it. He seems to be everywhere today. A big reverse hit. As both guys went down, Swain and McDonald. I don't even know if you could call that a reverse hit. That was just both teams got hammered as Peoples chips it in. McDaniel's giving chase. McDaniel. Hit from two different directions. Grace chips it back to him though. It's going to go up to McIntosh. McIntosh's pass for Swain just out of the reach. That's going to be an icing. And with 4:31 remaining in the period, there's going to be a face-off in the Bomber zone. I think it's officially crunch time here in this game. Under 5 minutes to go. 3-3. There's been some great games this season from the Novas, but so far they had a battle for first place against the Gulls in November. That was great. Bowen Krantz is scoring the OT winner, and this game shaping up to be just as good. Shot just goes high. So the Bombers look to score late here. Peoples up to Sampson. Asher Sampson with some room. He has one man to beat. He gets past him. Puck gets knocked off his stick, though, and there's going to be a penalty upcoming. Very late. Pass across to Peoples. Peoples pass to Crawford. Just goes wide. That's going to be a whistle. There's going to be a hooking penalty. I think that's going to be against Whitmore. It's going to be for hooking. Bringing up another Widmer power play for the Novas. And you thought the last power play for the Bombers was crucial. This one even more so. Puck's dropped. Cormace tries to get it out. McMullen stopped it at the point. McMullen working in. McMullen shot. Hit the shin pads. Try to get out. McMullen saves it. Crawford saves it. Looked like a NFL receiver there trying to keep his feet into the zone. McMullen just knocks it into the corner. Romard and Cormier battling for it in the corner. Comes out. Cormier's going to have it. There's going to be a penalty, and there we go. We're playing 4-on-4. So there's going to be a hook on the Novas this time. So far for that. So much for that penalty. Power play, sorry. So Lincoln McDonald's going to go in for a hook. We're playing 4-on-4, and then there will be 27 seconds of a Bombers power play once Whitmore's penalty ends. I think Whitmore can take a sigh of relief there as they're no longer short-handed. So a lot more ice just opened up here. 4-on-4, puck's dropped. Ryan McDonald has it. He's going to walk past one guy. He's looking for Sampson. Sampson can really move. Puck's just out of his reach. McDaniel, puck's knocked away by Austin at the blue line. Austin McDonald bound for it. It gets back to Fraser. Fraser going back to Ray McDonald. McDonald working up. McDonald trying to get past McDaniel. He leaves it back for Austin. Can't get it. Anderson chips it up to Grace. Grace, it's a one-on-one. Grace on Fraser. Fraser, great stick there. Knocks it into the corner, and him and Grace are in a battle for it alongside the boards. Puck comes out. McDaniel can't keep it in, and that's going to go all the way back to the Bombers' blue line. McDaniel has it. McDaniel fires it off the boards. McDonald chips it for Anderson. It's knocked off his stick. Fraser everywhere so far on this 4-on-4. He chips it up to McDaniel. McDaniel plays it in his own zone. Knocked off his stick by McIsaac. Peoples has it. Peoples gets the puck knocked away. Anderson chipped up to McDaniel. McDaniel tried to pass it to Grace behind him. Stolen by Peoples. Peoples to McMullen. McMullen to Fraser. Long pass to McIsaac just off his stick, and he would have been home free. There's a hit in the corner by McIsaac. Another hit there. As bodies are flying, Little has the puck. It's a 1-on-2. Little working in on McMullen. He stops, looking for some help. He gets hit into the boards by McMullen. He throws it out. Cormier working in. Cormier, his shot. Got a stick in there with Romard. McIsaac has the puck. He's going to circle back. It's a penalty kill now, brought to you by DeCoast Electrical Ventilation. 12 seconds left on the power play for the Bombers. Very short, 27-second power play. Cormier has it behind his own net. He throws it up to McIntosh. McIntosh up to Bowden. Bowden. It's knocked off his stick. Bowen, sorry. Knocked back. Cormier. Cormier. Shot. Pad save by Mumbercat. Chipped up and over Little. So Whitmore has it. We're back to even strength. There's a minute 20 left. Little tried a backwards pass to Whitmore. No one there. Whitmore just got there in time. And there's a hit there. The Novus might have gone away with the penalty as Austin laid out Whitmore. And there's going to be a penalty very late in this game with a minute and 4 seconds left. The Novas take a tripping penalty. And this is big. Another DeCoast Electrical Ventilation penalty kill. Keeping things running smoothly, just like the Novas on the penalty kill. There's going to be a timeout called by the Bombers, I believe. So, if the Bombers do not score in the next minute and, I think it's, minute and 1 second. My clock is wrong here. Minute and 1 second. Then they'll start overtime on a 4-on-3 for another 59 seconds. And then if overtime solves nothing, we'll do a shootout. Both teams making some noise. Everyone knows what's at stake. Sole possession of second place in the standings. Puck's dropped. Knocked back. Cormier. Cormier over to McDonald. 1 minute to play left in the period. Back to Cormier. Over to Grace. Grace to McDonald. It's a little too hot for him as he can't handle it. He passes it back to Cormier. Cormier shot. Does it get through as Mumbercat's laying on his back? No goal as Mumbercat kept that out. As that looked like the last goal Cormier had there to tie it up. A lot of on the power play, a lot of bodies in front, and just throws it down. And hopefully the Mumbercat doesn't see it this time. Mumbercat keeps it out. Big face-off here. Won by the Bombers. McDonald back to Cormier. Cormier shot. Tipped to front. Big save by Mumbercat, keeping this game tied. McIntosh, back to McDonald. You can hear a pin drop in this arena. Cormier to Grace. Grace back to Cormier. Cormier back to McDonald. McDonald to Cormier. Cormier quarterbacking this power play. Cormier working in, the captain. Brett Cormier over to Grace. Grace kicks it, keeps it in. Grace shot, hit something, kept out. McIntosh has it. He throws it back to Cormier. Who else? Cormier. 8 seconds remaining. Shot, big save. And 5 seconds remain. Novas are in survival mode. And Gillis is called to the bench. It's a 6-on-4. Net empty for the Bombers. Extra man out. Anderson out there with McIntosh, Little, Grace, Cormier, McDonald. Puck's dropped, won by the Novas. McMullen has it. He's just going to keep it in the corner. It gets knocked out from him, and the horn will sound. We're going to overtime. I think the ref just said it's a 5-on-4, so my bad for the misinformation there a moment ago. Nope, it's a 4-on-3. I was right. That's must have been someone else saying it was a 5-on-4. 59 seconds left. Lincoln McDonald, it's going to be the longest 59 seconds of his life. Or at least it'll feel like it. We've all been there. Nova's in survival mode. 5 minutes of overtime. It's going to be 3-on-3. It's going to start 4-on-3 though. As the Bombers will send Grace, Cormier, Little, and Anderson out there. Gillis back at his net. Ray McDonald, McIsaac, and McMullen out for the Novas, and of course Lumbercat. Can't forget about the goalies. Puck's about to be dropped. Tied up. Anderson scoops in there. Keep the puck. Moved up to Grace. Grace working his way in. Grace looking to get things set up. He works in towards the corner. Little back to Grace. Grace working to the top of the circle. He throws it to Cormier. Cormier working in. Back to Grace. Grace has an open slot. Shoot! Big glove save by Mumbercat. McIsaac has it in the corner. McIsaac just going to fire it all the way down. 30 seconds left on this power play. Gillis out to play up on his own net. Gillis passes it to Grace. Grace, he's going to have some speed. He moves it up to Cormier. Cormier working in. Cormier makes a move. It's knocked out of the zone. Grace has it. Pressure by Crawford. He works in. That's onside. He throws it back to Anderson. Anderson over to Cormier. Cormier looking for a second. Glove saved by Mumbercat and held on. 7 seconds left in the power play. Lincoln McDonald anxiously waiting to jump over those boards in the penalty box. McDonald's going to line up for the draw for the Bombers. Puck's dropped. He wins it back. Grace to Cormier. It hits off his 8 and goes out. We're even. It's a 4-on-4. Cormier working in. Cormier throws it back to McDonald. McDonald circling back. He's looking. He gives it to Grace at the point. Grace working in. Shot. Glove saved again by Mumbercat. It's 3-on-3 now. 3 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in overtime. I do believe we go to a shootout after that, but I've never been that far. Sampson, McDonald line up. Puck's dropped, won by Sampson. Fraser has it. He's going to skip on his no net. He falls down. He gets back up, somehow avoiding McDonald. He's going to take it. He's going to chip it up in front of Sampson. Sampson's going to pick it up. Sampson's working in. Sampson shot. Big blocker saved by Gillis. Now the Bombers have another chance the other way. Sampson gets a stick in the way there. McDonald will have to retreat back to pick up the puck. He moves it to Cormier. Cormier circling back. He makes Sampson miss. He's looking to pass it somewhere. He's looking for options. Gets it to Ross at the blue line. Ross works in onside. Ross chips it back to McDonald. McDonald working in, working wide. Shot saved by Mumbercat. He will hold on. Little in for the draw. With Grace and McIntosh. Puck stolen by McMullen. McMullen's going to go the other way. McMullen working in. McMullen pass to Austin and it hit a stick. As McIntosh got a stick in the way and saved that. Grace has it. Grace, long pass. Up for Little. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Little tries to throw it in front. Flying poke check by Mumbercat. Knocks it the other way. We have a 2-on-1 the other way. Getting back is Little. It's a 2-on-2. Work it in. Shot. Pad save. As Gillis denies Austin. We're halfway through overtime. What a thriller it's been so far. McIntosh chips it up for Little. Sampson's now on the ice. Sampson. It's a 3-on-2. Austin trying to work his way back. Little, Grace shot, short side, big save by Mumbercat. Might have hit the side of the net, and Austin's going to pick it up. Austin works it back for Sampson. Austin desperately trying to get off the ice. McMullen off the ice now too. Romard and McDonald now on. Sampson working in. It's a 1-on-3. Sampson tries to walk it through. He retreats back, chips it to McDonald. Comes out of the zone, but McDonald picks it up. Ryan McDonald. McDonald has it. He goes up to Romard. Romard makes a man miss. Makes another man miss. Loses the puck. Picks it back up. He's by the center line. Romard working in. Cormier's on him. Romard forced out wide behind the net. Romard shielding the puck. He gets hit hard into the boards. And they're going to go the other way. Cormier with 1:30 remaining. Bowden, shot. Glove save. Rebound. Sioux scores! Overtime hero! As the Bombers win it. In overtime. What a game. I believe it was Anderson getting the overtime winner. And the Bombers take sole possession of second place, But because it was in overtime, the Nova's just 1 point back. What a game. On behalf of all High Button Sports, my name is Ryan McDonald. I thank you guys for joining me this afternoon